Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Raikou in the Master League. So like I said yesterday, I'm going to be bringing you guys a little treat here, so I decided to go ahead and put those rare candies into Raikou so I can purchase that third move. It hurt a little bit because I didn't know exactly what I was getting into. I knew it was okay, but I didn't necessarily want to bring my score down and on top of that use all of these rare candies. But I knew it did have some potential, so we went ahead and went with it. And we're trying to get Shadow Ball here. It took forever, and we're going to be going with Volt Switch for the quick move because it is going to be generating energy so much faster as well as doing a lot of damage. Think of kind of like a Confusion, but for electric type. Unfortunately, I did go with the non-shiny because it is going to be better IVs. I know the shiny is not that much far off, but the thing is, I better invest in simply the best one. We're in Master League. And it's going to probably be best for us to just simply invest in the best one possible, which is going to be this one here. So we went ahead and did that. So let's go ahead and hop into these battles. I'm going to urge you to watch it all the way through so you can have a full understanding on how it is going to be performing. We found some success in the beginning. We ran into some pretty rough battles here with some pretty bad matchups and then made some adjustments and then found some crazy good success with Raikou on the team here. So we will be kind of fluctuating a few Pokemon on the team throughout the video here. So I really enjoyed it. I'm going to say right off the bat, it was worth it. Okay, it was worth it, and it is pulling its weight, and it is actually doing, what it needs to do. So anyways, we're going to be switching into our Melmetal. And something that I found very useful and nice with Raikou is the fact that it is going to be resisting Steel-type moves. That means Dialga's Iron Head, so it is not going to be taking that much damage from it, as well as able to dish out neutral damage with Shadow Ball, or do a good amount of damage with its electric type, not very effective Wild Charge. We're going to be taking a look at all of that so you can have a good understanding if you should potentially invest in one of these or not here. Alright, so they are bringing out their Kyogre. I was trying to make a switch, but I accidentally hit the rock side, but it happens. You know how it is for the switch mechanics. Going into Raikou, immediately going for Wild Charge, taking out the Kyogre, and there it is, folks. Beautiful. We were having troubles with Kyogre, and now we bring the Raikou and we say, good day, sir. Not very effective. There you go. Take a look. Didn't do much damage to the Raikou with that Iron Head coming from Dialga. We're able to take them out with the Wild Charge. In comes the Melmetal, takes us out with quick moves, but we're looking great with this team here. The Garchomp's going to be able to go off and finish off that Melmetal here. And I was pretty happy, right? But we're going to be running into a few bumps in the road here, like we said, and we're going to just have to adapt. And then I do come out with a great combo for this team here. Anyways, we're met with a Giratina, and this is not great for us because we're not doing very much damage with our electric type moves, not very effective, although we're going to be able to get to Shadow Ball pretty fast, gaining quite a bit of energy with Volt Switch. So they are using their first shield, able to get to another one here. Really spammy. I'm really enjoying this. Getting that through, doing a great amount of damage. I think I may want to shield this up and protect it. Make a switch into our Melmetal. They're going into Dialga. We have no more shields, but we are still in a good position. We're going to go ahead and just go for Superpower right off the bat. Not something I usually do. And of course, they shielded up the very few times that I actually do this. We're going to be going for another one immediately here. And let's see if we're going to be able to survive this. It's a Draco Meteor, and they take us out. That's okay. We're going to be able to figure this out. Go ahead and go in here with Garchomp. Going to go for Sand Tomb. Super effective. They have no more shields, right? They're doing a lot of damage, switching into Raikou and trying to potentially take it out with our quick moves. We're going to resist this. Beautiful. And we should have enough energy to get off a Wild Charge here and do a lot of damage to the Melmetal. But unfortunately, let's see. This is going to be a close one here. Let's see if we're going to be able to pull this off because they still have a few Pokemon back there. And the Superpower is, it's not going to do the most damage. Expecting that Superpower. Yep, there it is. And we should just farm down at this point. Man, this is going to be real close. Taking out the Dialga. Okay. And, oh man. So we had Outrage. I just got nervous and went for the Sand Tomb. And I didn't take it out. I was like, no, please don't hit me with an Ominous Wind. And we're able to get to another Sand Tomb. So kind of a misplay on my end. Should have just went for Outrage there. So at this point, I'm really happy, right? I'm thinking to myself, yeah, we invested in this Raikou. We're going to be able to bring you guys a good video and bring you some wins using it. But then this happened. We ran into a Landorus here which I very rarely come across. But all of a sudden, I started seeing Rhyperiors, which we're going to see as well. And if you're thinking to yourself, wow, your team is extremely weak to ground because of the Raikou and the Melmetal, they're, just simply going to be taking super effective damage. What are you going to do in that situation? Well, we'll see when the time comes around here. Anyways, we're just going to be going for Rock Slides because it is going to be doing neutral damage against that flying and ground type, hitting us with Earth Power, and we want to save that Melmetal, switching into Garchomp, and they're going to be going into Dialga here. And let's see, it's going to be an Iron Head. That's fine. And do they have no more shields? And did I actually go for a Sand Tomb? All right, so that's fine. Going for the Sand Tomb, they still have a shield that potentially could have shielded that up, so that's a good use of it. But they're going to be able to take us down with Dragon Breath and have a bit of energy here. Although both of the Pokemon that we do have are going to resist Iron Head, so I mean, that's going to be a plus. Going in with the Raikou, gaining energy, knew I was going to be able to survive this fine, have a charge move ready to go. And watch what I do here. I get greedy. I thought I was going to be able to farm down. We could have used that last shield on their end, but we messed it all up. And they have a Kyogre, and I just back out. I was like, nope. And of course the Kyogre's in the back, right? After the Raikou has gone down. So anyways, we're going to have to adapt, like I said, and take some losses and, take that as experience and see what we can do differently. So we're met with a Togekiss. Wow, that was great. We're switching into Melmetal, and we're just going to ride this out here. Going to go for Superpower. Doing this quite frequently today. I don't know why, but maybe I was just thinking some of these people are watching me and they think I'm going to go Rock Slide, so I'm just going to go Superpower because I felt like a lot of these people knew exactly what I was going to do. I wonder how, right? So just going to go for Rock Slide at this point, and we're going to let this go through. It is going to be an Iron Head, not very effective. Unfortunately, we got a CMP tie. Well, they got the first charge move, and then I went after them, so we wasted energy there. I was trying to get to a Superpower. Man, that could have been a lot of energy dumped on the Rhyperior with Superpowers. If I didn't get a tie, I could have just farmed down, but it is what it is. And we're making a switch back into our Raikou here when they're switching back into Togekiss. This is fantastic. Look at that. They have two shields. I mean, maybe they had a game plan here. Just farm the Raikou down and then start spamming me with charge moves for my last Pokemon, which I actually think might work here for them. Garchomp doesn't have the most health, about halfway here. Going to be able to hit him with Sand Tomb. Super effective. They're letting it go through. And at this point, we cannot take a Surf because that will take us out, unfortunately, because Garchomp is going to be part ground type, so it is going to be neutralized here. And we're just simply not going to have enough energy to take them out, but that's okay. We're going to learn from our mistakes and make adjustments here. So going into the next battle, I love you, Garchomp, but I am going to use Giratina Origin Form for now. And I also did change up the Ominous Wind to Dragon Pulse. So in case we get matched up against a Snorlax, we're going to have a little bit of coverage and do something better than nothing, right? Because that's a horrible situation there. So we are going to buddy up our Melmetal here, so we do get the Best Buddy boost. And this is going to be the team that we're going to roll with for now to test out to see how it does work out. So I'm going to tell you this also. I had a blast using Raikou. It was fun to use because it was something I never tested out before in the Master League. And people were potentially a little bit thrown off as to how to deal with it because they don't see it all the time, as opposed to seeing the same handful of Pokemon over and over again. They're used to handling it. They know how to take care of those Pokemon, but when the new thing comes into the scene, they're like, wait a minute, I know what this is, I know what type it is, and the weaknesses and the resistances, but what is the energy gain and how much damage is it going to do exactly? So it was fun, right? So we're going to be shielding up that Focus Blast. Absolutely. It took a while for them to get to their charge, and having Mewtwo experience, I know exactly what it's going to be capable of when it does hit that Focus Blast. So good thing we called that. And we're going to let this go through just a Side Strike, doing an okay amount of damage, making a switch into our Giratina here, because we know we're going to be able to take a Side Strike. Not very well, but yeah. Have a little bit of energy, and they're going to be getting off an Iron Head. Decide to use a shield at this point. Don't know if I really should have done that. I'm going to go ahead and go with Shadow Ball here, doing a decent amount of damage, but unfortunately they're going to be able to farm us down. But here is the beautiful thing. Raikou is going to be resisting Iron Head, and they're probably just about at one of those. Melmetal is also going to be resisting it as well. I guess we go ahead and go in there with that. I was trying to get off a charge move. I over-farmed a little bit, got a little greedy, but luckily we're able to survive that Iron Head. And in comes the Giratina, and we're going to be going for the Rock Slide. Just just getting as much damage as possible. We're going to be able to get this Shadow Ball through. This is not going to KO, but it's going to come very close. Unfortunately, this is not looking so hot for us here. Let's see what they're going to hit us with. Shadow Ball doing a ton of damage. Switching into Mewtwo, we're almost able to take them out, but watch this. This is pretty hilarious here. So they're using the Side Strike. Melmetal goes in and takes the Mewtwo out, but then the Giratina takes us out with Shadow Claw, surviving with like 3 or 4 HP. So it was a pretty close match nonetheless, but I felt like Giratina wasn't a good fit. So I decided to go with the Mewtwo, folks, and this is it. This is the final piece to the puzzle for me for this team here. It is going to fluctuate, and I am going to switch it up and try new things, but I did find some success, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. So you're wondering, what do I do when I'm met with a Rhyperior? Because it's going to be super effective to both the Raikou and the Melmetal. We'll switch into Mewtwo, and hopefully I'm going to be able to make a recovery here. We're going for Focus Blast. They did switch into Dialga. We one-shotted it with a great. That is one of the most satisfying things for sure. So what we're going to do at this point is shield up the Mewtwo. I'm not too sure why they went for Rock Wrecker. Maybe they have superpower. We're going to be going for Side Strike again. We're just going to do as much. We need to get that thing out of here, right? So we're able to get both shields. So at this point, we can go in here with our Melmetal and do superpower. So we're going to be looking good. So like we said, probably they have superpower because they were going for Rock Wrecker, and that's exactly what they have. They've lowered their defense at this point, and we're able to do a lot of damage. Switching into Raikou, gaining a little bit of energy. In comes Melmetal, and now let's win with our new toy here. Or should I say our new Pokemon. So getting that Wild Charge through, doing neutral damage, looking great. And they're hitting us with Rock Slide. The thing can take a hit. It actually can take a hit. And I'm happy here, folks. Should you make one? I mean, I don't know. If you have one already, I guess. If you have the candies, then go for it. If you like this Pokemon, sure. But there's going to be other options that are a bit safer, although this has been fun to use. So this is not a great situation. We can stay there and go Shadow Ball, but I don't want to. Obviously, a super effective move is going to be Ominous Wind. Maybe we didn't need to shield that up, but my mindset at this point was going with the Mewtwo and just do as much damage with the Side Strike as possible here. Burden the shields, take off some health, and yeah, pretty much it. So we're going to be using another shield. They're going for another Ominous Wind. Please let me get to a Side Strike. If they use their last shield, then that's fine here. We'll be able to salvage this. They do. Perfect. I was trying to switch into Melmetal to catch this. Unfortunately, a little too slow. So we should go in here with Melmetal and go for Rock Slide immediately before they can get off a charge move. They have no more shields, so let's see what they decide to bring out here next. Hopefully nothing super effective to me. It's a Dialga. Oh, well then. Shields are down. This is great. We're going to be going for superpower immediately, of course. Expecting some sort of switch after they get off this charge move potentially, because that was an odd switch in. Yeah, so they switched. Not sure what they went in with. We go superpower. It's going to be another Melmetal. So we're going into our Raikou immediately here because we're going to be able to have a great matchup against this thing without super energy gain on the other Pokemon. Now, if the Melmetal had like a couple Rock Slides ready to go, it's not looking great, but we're able to get that Wild Charge through, and we're looking fantastic. Going to go for another one here. It is resisted from the Dialga's end, but it's still doing a lot of damage, and we're able to take the win with our star of the show here. Looking great, folks. The Mewtwo really is helping out the team. So yet again, one of those situations I don't really like. Switching into Mewtwo immediately, and they're going into Rhyperior. Looks like they made a blind switch. They were just, going with whatever I went in with. They didn't care. And this is a good situation for us because we're going to be able to spam the Side Strike very fast, while they're not going to be able to get to their charge moves really quick. And their quick move is doing good damage, but we're going to be able to burn those shields. And let's see what happens here. They decide to let it go through. Great. All right. So the Mewtwo's doing what it needs to do already. And we're going to be able to get to another Side Strike here. Let's see if they decide to shield it up, because it is going to hurt that Giratina a lot. They do. And at this point, I think we need to let it go because they're going to be able to farm us down, even if we use the shield, right? So we can go in here with our Raikou and try to get to a Shadow Ball, but they're making a switch into Dialga, and we have a shield, and we're met with our Melmetal. Looks like we're in a great position here, folks, and we're just going to go superpower. They have no more shields. Now, what I should have maybe done here was let them get off the charge move first. So there's Thunder, build up a little bit more energy, but I don't think it was necessary to get greedy. Let's just take them out. They're going to go in here. We're able to get off another Rock Slide. We needed this damage because the Raikou is going to go in here and hit it with Shadow Ball. And we have a shield, so we're going to shield this up. We know they're going to bait us. It doesn't matter. We don't care. We want to survive so we can get off this Shadow Ball here. And is our star of the show going to take it for us? And it does. Look at that. Thing is pulling in and taking wins for me too. So liking it a lot. Met with a Togekiss. We love this matchup here. So we're just going to wait for them to switch. They're going into their Dialga, and we're just going to go in here with Melmetal. This isn't a favorable matchup for us, but it's okay. As long as we can get them low enough, that's all we really want at this point. Because then potentially we're going to be able to go in here with Raikou and farm down with Volt Switch or whatever we have to do. Let's see what I decide to go with here. So just Rock Sliding it up. They used a shield. That's big right there. Really happy they used a shield. And going for Ominous Wind. And we're not able to get to another one. So they have energy. We have a Mewtwo. This isn't looking great, but we do have 2 shields. And I am ready to commit both of them to Mewtwo right here. So they are deciding to switch. We go for the Scythe Strike. What is it going to be? Togekiss. That's right. So we're going to be switching into our Raikou and farming. All right. So we're in a great position here. Let's not mess it up. Let's see what we can do. Going for the Shadow Ball. Expecting the Giratina. They're shielding it up. That's fine. Able to get to another Shadow Ball. There's no shields left. This is going to be going through. And it's taking it out. What do they have in the back? It's a Melmetal. All right. We're going to be able to get to this Wild Charge here. Doing neutral damage. Man, I was really happy after this. I was like, okay, this was a great investment. This was a good one here. Unfortunately, not necessarily too many Kyogre matchups. There was that one in the beginning, but I had a blast with it, folks. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will continue to bring you some more random Pokemon in the Master League and other leagues, as well as bringing you the news, and we're able to take the win. Thanks for watching, trainers. Be safe and take care.